Welcome to Module 2 of Property Investment and Finance. In this module you'll be reading a fair bit of the textbook. There are 3 chapters specified. The purpose of these chapters is to look at the whole question of borrowing for property investment, and also an introduction to looking at performance measures for evaluating investment performance. Most of these ideas will be fairly familiar to many of you. Certainly the idea of going along to a bank to borrow money is not something which should be unfamiliar to you or perhaps people close to you. The question of performance measures you may have already, or rather you should have already come across in general finance. And so hopefully this will tend to be also fairly much a review activity for you. The analysis side of this module, it will be a little bit more in the new area for most of you. This is where we begin to build a discounted cash flow model of a single tenanted investment property. This is a very important skill to learn. It pretty much sits on the Excel skills that you did in the Finitude exercises in the previous module, and also requires a bit of understanding of property investment mathematics. This model, once you build it, will give you the mathematical analysis, the mathematical model if you like, which will run parallel to the model that you will need to build as part of your assignment. For your assignment, I'm going to be asking you to build a model which performs the same mathematics. However, I want each one of you to set out your own model for the assignment on a different format, a different layout. If you want to put things in a different order, you may. If you want to put it into portrait rather than landscape, that might be wise. And it's an opportunity for you to really personalize the model while still having the basic mathematical, the engine room side of it if you like, under your belt from the exercise we're going to be starting. So this Excel model exercise in Module 2 is very, very important. I think you'll find both aspects of this module very useful. Spend time on the modelling, take it step by step, and probably go back to the Finitude exercise if there are things that don't appear fairly straightforward. Like the other exercises, the Excel basic model comes with a self-correcting template. I'd prefer if you go and build your own model after you work through the template. If you simply take out all of the yellow highlights, that's good, that's important, it shows you that you're knowing what you're doing. But really transferring that onto a fresh page will have considerable advantages for you. That means copying those equations or rewriting those equations onto an absolutely fresh spreadsheet will be very useful. The reason it's very useful is that it doesn't have all of the overhead that also comes with that student template spreadsheet. All of the other pages and the self-correcting machinery that's lurking in the background. This means that when you build your own model, it will be a lot smaller, a lot tidier, and it'll also give you the advantage then to use that model for your own purposes, both professionally and for your personal investments and for the purposes of this course. And so the sooner you actually have your own model built parallel to what you go through in the exercise, I think the better off you'll be.